Seriously. I... Yes, gang, it is time for another edition of Schlocktoberfest, where this time around I am reviewing the worst film in the Jaws franchise. This has been a long time coming, folks. I have wanted to review this movie for some time, and I'm glad I'm getting that chance. Oh dear God, how much this movie sucked. Where do I start? Mr. Brody is dead. Mrs. Brody's still alive. Her two sons are still alive. One of them gets eaten by the shark. The shark eats a woman almost up on the beach. And somehow, someway, Mrs. Brody and the shark seem to sort of have a telekinetic sort of connection to one another, as if they know where they're going and everything like that. One of Mrs. Brody's sons gets eaten by the shark, and she decides, I'm going to take off to the Bahamas. What does the shark do? Follows her to the Bahamas. Does it get dumber? Yes, it does. Mrs. Brody finds this surf bum named, I don't remember, Horn Doggy or something like that, I don't know, and a Jamaican guy to help her try and take care of the shark once and for all. The shark winds up eating the Jamaican guy, and it's up to Mrs. Brody and the so-called British beach bum dude to try and take the shark down once and for all and for good. Which leads to the stupidest ending ever. Before they wind up killing the shark, it rises up out of the water and roars like a lion. And they wind up sticking it right through its head and killing it finally, shooting it, blowing it up, just ending this once awesome, cool series. This great franchise that ended with this. Jaws is an awesome classic. Part 2, it was so-so. Part 3, it was alright. This one was the worst. I have prayed for years they will never make a Jaws 5, and there have been rumors for some time they're going to make a 5th Jaws, or maybe remake it, but I pray it will not happen. After this one, they just needed to just let the shark be dead. You've heard of that term, jump the shark? This movie jumped its own shark on how bad it was, okay? It stars Lorraine Gray from the first 2 Jaws movies, Michael Caine, who has appeared in numerous movies, and Mario Van Peebles, who you might know from the 80s from a TV show called Sunny Spoons. He's a writer, he's an actor, director in movies like Posse and lots of other movies I can't really list right now. New Jack City, that was another one he did. Jaws Revenge. This time it's personal. No, this time it's ridiculous. Sorry, guys. If any of you out there disagree that this is the worst movie in the franchise, well, you know what? Whatever your opinions are on this one, whether you agree or disagree, this was the worst in the franchise. Let me know in the comments below. If you feel like subscribing, please do so. Until the next episode of Schlocktoberfest, stay strong and rock on. And I'm going to do my best to do both. Ugh.